a leaked legend called Catalyst, and she looks pretty interesting. So let's take a look at all the abilities for Catalyst, starting with the tactical. Now this tactical is quite interesting, and it kind of bridges the gap between Fortnite and Apex Legends. I'm just kidding, it's not that deep. So this tactical is called Ferro Shot, and when you use this ability, Catalyst will shoot her ferro fluid, and it will create a ramp on impact. But there can only be 3 out at a time, so once you use the 4th one, then the first one that you used will disappear. But you can stack these ramps up as well, 3 high of course, so you could actually go really high up to have a vantage point on your opponent, or if you're trying to reach a really good spot on the high ground. Now not only that, if you shoot the ferrofluid at a wall, it will apparently create a platform, which is actually really good because you could shoot it up a really high wall that you're trying to climb, and then you could wall climb up each step at a time and essentially create a ladder all the way up to some of the highest points on the map, which sounds insane, I know, but I think if this was added to the game, you could reach so many hilarious spots, it would be brilliant. Now this brings us to the passive. So when Catalyst stands nearby her own ferrofluid structures, or other structures such as doors and things like rampart walls, the new legend Newcastle, his wall as well. Well, when Catalyst is stood nearby these, they will be reinforced. They'll have this kind of black texture on them. Now this texture I don't think is finished, but you can definitely tell that they will change appearance in some way to show that they're reinforced, and this means they can take a lot more damage, which is great. Imagine you're just crouching behind a door because the enemy's on the other side. It will probably take 3 melees, maybe even 4 melees to get through, which means you can definitely pop those shield bats safely. And finally, the ultimate is the Iron Tower. Now, when you activate this ultimate, there is a giant ferrofluid tower that rises below your feet, which means you can raise up, and it goes really freaking high, so you can obviously use it to again reach a vantage point, or you know, just create a tower for the fun of it and shoot people from it. I don't know, it sounds pretty useful in some situations, but not overpowered at all. It's just a big tower really, not much else, and obviously it will stay there. It takes a certain amount of damage, so while you're creating it, people could literally just shoot it and you'll fall back to the ground, so you're gonna have your wits about you when you use this ability. But what do you think of a legend that can place all sorts of structures around the map in Apex Legends? Is this a good idea or not? Now, if you didn't know, ferrofluid is a real thing. It's actually a magnetic substance. So maybe the way this works is Catalyst has some kind of magnets on her armor, something like that, to create it. She has some control over magnetic forces, and that is pretty interesting. It's not just magic. She's actually doing something physical. But yeah, I thought I'd mention that. Anyway, that is the new legend Catalyst. Who knows when she'll